Cause I don't stress, cause mama told me count your blessings. Man, I feel like I'm blessed. And I don't give a fuck about these niggas. I don't stress, cause I'm like, fuck you, bitch, I'm winning. I don't pray to God, I'm sinning. Get your face cut, I'm skinny. Sit your bitch up like Lennon. Mama told me count your blessings. Man, I feel like I'm blessed. And I don't give a fuck about these niggas. I don't stress, cause man, this shit been crazy since the 80s. Ever since my mama gon' make me. All I gotta struggle for the win. Tryna get a new Mercedes. I was raised on the style in the 90s. Crackhead bums hood grimy. Man, I come from the slums, don't mind me. Patching that Malcolm X slimy. See, I'm good in the hood where they find me, but all around the coast where I be. Now I'm up so high, they don't like me.
Up next, we got Interp, the State Coalition. We got a final word. Interp is on my left. Final word is on my right. Shout out to Punks for this one. Hey, this is a grudge match right here, y'all. These two motherfuckers hate each other. That's a fact. So, we about to get into it without further ado. Who came farthest?
I'll go first.
I just gotta take a quick piss.
Nah. If you both can go first, I gotta flip a coin.
Can we get an introduction?
Hold on. Let me flip the coin first, man. I got you, though.
Gotcha.
It's on you, Turkey King and farthest.
Heads.
Tails it is. Final word elected to go first. Give me 1 second, though. Man to my left, introduce yourself.
Yo, it's your boy Interp, the State Coalition. Toronto, what the fuck is up? I'm about to body this faggot. Let's go.
MC, come out right, introduce yourself.
I didn't take my fucking adrenaline shot today, so that's it. Final word.
Okay. Final word, won the coin toss. He chose to go first. It's on you.
Yo, y'all hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yo, faggots like you are how Canada's known. These bland mechanical clones, a mannequin that's damaging our chances to grow, and promoters know. Besides your man, you can never fill the stands at a show, so where you're living must be full of hot air, because you ain't never had a single fucking fan in your home. And your style's a bit weird. He's terrified of the punches, so I don't even need to chuck him to strike him with fear. So go ahead and cry about it. You'll die before the final drip clears. It's like Cortez passed away today because you're dying mid-tear. And you can try and avoid this beating. You knew that was coming like a drunk father, but the way you jab makes every punch softer. When your concepts are strung awkward, you couldn't hitch them up to connect better together if you were the love doctor. But you're just a midget. Well, in real life, because online he thinks he's a bigger version. Online, he thinks he's a bigger version. He's like the Mystique of Let's Beef because he has the ability to switch its surface. So when I see him face to face, he appears as a different person. A street lord on the keyboard, but in real life, you look a little nervous. Maybe because you know I'd slap the gums out your mouth like Mr. Perfect. It's like lifting a dead relative because you struggle to carry the weight of losses, and soon they'll display your coffin. You'll get stripped for your future like a student dancing to pay for college.
Yo, hold it down. Let these motherfuckers go. Round 1, Interp.
Yo, you know why I'd be willing to bet he's gay? Because he's got the hat turned backwards so the brim doesn't get in the way. Anyway, yo, Interp, first final word. Yo, give Pugs a hand, he did it. Yo, exactly. Yo, I thought his plans were finished because this man's a gimmick. He was talking shit for years, but when in battle, man, it had me live it. This is my world, bitch. I'm just letting you live in it. So when I rush in Ukraine, cry me a river of blood, because when I rack him and he breaks, I'll say I ran this shit since day one. And yo, Pugs, your pal is dying, and for stepping the thugs, I'll give his head a red rap like he's repping the Bloods. Okay? I'll have the whole front row just standing in shit and Stoddy pissed at me for disrespecting his kicks. Hey yo, do me a favor, contact this Vegas next to King, because if his trap flapping, I get stressed a bit, then I'm gonna turn heads like the Exorcist when I give his head a punt for some extra kick. Nice. Now, should I run up on him with that tech equipped with that extended clip and fucking empty it? Or maybe got that shotty with that Texas grip, or pull up my machete so his neck is slit? Now, Jesus fucking Christ! Why does this pest exist? I want him exterminated, and I suggest it's quick. Because if I do gotta run up on him and just empty clips, and even you can't save him, Lord, because you don't exist. So if you on God mode, bitch, and you're just full of shit. But yo, I do gotta give him props. So I mean, he actually showed up. I've got a reputation. I've made opponents actually throw up. I mean, I've taken happy relationships and they have actually broke up. So when I saw he showed up, I'm like, wow, he's got guts. But now I'm looking at him thinking, actually, you're nuts, because the fact his son's fucked, he couldn't beat me with a leprechaun's luck. See, he's got battle rap's most generic flow, and if you listen, he's really not saying much, like a bitch that moved away, but just want to stay in touch.
Hey! Oh, shit! Round one! Round two! It's on final word! Let's go! Let's beat!
Yo, you look like an autistic kid who was fondled by his pops all of his youth. So the only time you're in touch with a felon is when your father offered to spoon. Used to send you to kindergarten solo just to stalk you to school. And your mom is just as bothered because she got with the dude. She should have took it on the chin but couldn't swallow the truth. Yo, and you playing ghetto? That's a circus act like Homie the Clown. Anyone who thinks you're dope is probably smoking it now. I mean, Stoddy just let you sink. Even helped you float till you drown. That's not what your friend expected when you said you're holding him down. And you couldn't teach him to come to life if you ran sex ed. And this is not how Stoddy thought he'd go when all the plans get sketched. Of course he'll ride for his bitch. That's like the man's best friend. And gold diggers are the only chicks that'll give him some attention. But paying for a hooker isn't what they meant when they said give him some attention. When he's paying for a hooker isn't what they meant when they said women are expensive. But unless he's got an escort popping out his birthday cake, there ain't no bitches in his presence. And you're as ugly as it gets. You put your words on paper to escape it, but he's too dumb to have success. Freedom writers. Someone needs to school this kid who's troubled with his pen. Because my pen, it's so sharp it's almost perfect to cut with. A surgeon would love it. Use it to slice your throat. And like a choke, you'll try to say your verses, but nothing. And you'll be fighting for your air like the Turkish and Russians.
Hey, nice. Round two, Interp.
Hey, yo, I'ma kill this dude for VKL, but yo, what up, letsbeef.com? Come on. It's time for me to send this faggot down to hell where they always keep the heaters on. Then I'll walk in his funeral with a couple heaters drawn and spray the whole fucking room, including the preacher's mom. And yo, that bitch that gave birth to you, yo, your mom's, woo, I got crazy plans with her. She's getting raped in front of her dead son. Call me Jamie Lannister. And yo, she loved my moves and wanna be my manager, and the way that cunt reacts, I could tell she loved my stamina. But yo, I'ma kill you on some concept shit. Yo, Game of Thrones fans? Ready here? I'm that wild boar that fucking gored a Baratheon. I'm that sharp edge through Stark's neck that just wasn't happening. I'm a maester in this land and from the Westeros and all the skills mastered. I'll put this fake's face to the wall because no one's knowing this bastard. Come on. Yo, are you fucking blind? Pugs, this man's a mark. I'll kill everyone he loves and call him Sansa Stark. Yo, I'm a fucking dire wolf tearing this man apart. I am living fucking proof every war has a start. And now that we finally get to see each other, I want to fucking crown you like Khaleesi's brother. Then I'll rise up from the ashes of the weak I've smothered with the strength of an army that defeats all others. You weak motherfucker. You are coming up short, kid. You're a little like Tyrion. See, I can smell a bitch and I'm sensing the fear in him. I can see it in his face. This kid's soft as fuck, so go take a swig out of Joffrey's cup, flop on the ground trying to cough it up while you're pointing at the killer, so it's obvious it was one of us and no one gives a fuck. Kid, I hope you die knowing your mom's a slut. Yes, Cersei, it's obvious she loved the nut. Now I'm gonna leave this kid a eunuch. When I cut him up, I'm saying Ferris got more sack than this fucking pot. Buddy! Go!
Time! Round three!
That's a
Final word!
Just got mounted, bitch!
Yo, go ahead and choke, bro. It'll be the last breath that you've ever seen. It'll be like Tupac's unheard verses that were kept of these deceased when I grab your neck and then I squeeze. Because your verses will remain unheard, and I'll wait until you're dead till I release. Yo, you wait until you're dead till I release. And your face gets red and your fat hands are waving, but it's all just an act and he hates it. He attempts to turn psychopathic when he raps up on stages, but it's a lot like South Park graphics. Even after they changed it, because you can go ahead and show improvement, but you still lack animation. And you're only screaming because you're average, and just because no one's cheering for that whack shit doesn't mean they didn't grasp it. White dot off URL because it's a reach to get reaction. I bet he says the N-word with his friends because where they stay, Drake is jet black. But it ain't his fault. I blame the trailer park or his racist stepdad. They should have changed your name to Rain Delay because you'll be the reason that your race gets set back. And it's clear he has some losses. They should have used his past experience as knowledge, but those experiments were faulted. So it's safe to say your substance must be gas because none of your material is solid. And getting personal is not... And getting personal is not really smart. Blindfolded, trying to throw shade, but he's miles off of its mark. It's like a depressed alcoholic, alone up in his basement with a bottle in arm, because it's sad to watch you continue to take all these shots in the dark. Every battle. Shit feels like a replay tape, so Stoddy P takes blame. If he made gain, you probably ran it through him. Try and keep same pace so you could rush to pass a bar to him like a relay race. And now you've lost all respect. You've been in the minor leagues for years. How far can you get? I take no pride in outsmarting this sped. Who thought he had cred? He's a big thug in his mind, but he must just be retarded, because he's only hard in his head.
Okay. Round 3. Bottom of the third.
Drop his head on.
Let's beat.com hip-hop click. Let's go.
Interp.
Now, I know that first bar you threw was a fucking joke. Because look back on the footage, who's the one that fucking choked? Now, yo, in that first verse, I taught you what to expect if we met hand to hand. And in that second verse, I took a concept and I ran it end to end. Now it's the third verse. What should I do, y'all? What should be my plan? You know what? Fuck it, I think I'm gonna just talk to this little faggot man to man. Now, yo, you actually said you get jacked by a man for a win. Take a second, I'm gonna let that sink in. Now, why the fuck would I body you, kid, when you've already bodied yourself? I mean, you're a dead body that's trying to hop up the shelf, and all that bullshit you're talking at the side of your mouth is just posturing. Nowhere near what body's about. Hey, yo, but yo, I peeped your new shit. You proved yourself as ruthless. The way you made Cardiac stop, but yo, the part of that drop where we are partly at odds is when you diss his distribution as a body and shot. That's when I gotta say, stop! You got a distribution deal? I bet he doesn't say squat, and if you ever heard his tunes, you'd say, obviously not!
Mountain.
So, yo, if drowning in this faggot's bullshit doesn't kill you, then I bet the smell will. See, he claimed he a gangster. Nah, he grew up in Belleville. So if you ain't gonna call him on that hick shit, then I sure as hell will, because if he's a gangster, then I'm Dr. Phil with a Dell skill. You are a fucking hick. Go suck a dick. Help a sheep over a fence. Manipulate your little sister till her knees begin to bend. See, I'd call you a motherfucker, but your aunt would take offense because she thinks it's kept a family secret if it's something kept unsaid. But yo, that's jokes though, like all your bars, and this is crunch time, and we all know that every joke's final word's a punchline. Now this ain't your fucking world, kid, but it is sure as fuck mine. AZ, Nas, Biggie, and Pac all saved my life at one time. So when I see these little punks disrespected, I wanna punch Reckless and give them a tongue necklace. Now, you should spit bars about watching a nice sunset and when the wind blows and the cattle get restless. But you, on the stage talking reckless, make me want to turn this into a boxing lesson. Make the knuckle punch his fucking concept sessions. He calls all his opponents pedophiles, so it is not a question. That's just misdirection from what he finds interesting. Kid, your fucking sick collection's gonna get you arrested, so why throw punches at this fag's erection when his joke of a life is my greatest weapon? Body bag!
Okay.